I knew I heard something. Not over yet. Not like this. Die! You're dead! No! Ran off, I suppose. No. No more. Leave me be! That's enough! Where'd you come from? I was sure I heard something. There you are! I knew it. There's no hiding from me. Any moment now, I'll find you. And now the feeding begins. That'll teach you. Yeah! Show yourself. Get back here. Show yourself. Who's there? Must be gone now. I will find you. You know you can't win. So all you can do is hide. You have earned my trust, so I will share what I can. What else do you want to know? Very well. When you first transform into a vampire lord, you will hover in the air. While you do, you will command the powers of blood and night. As a vampire, you will gain new powers, but also a weakness to sunlight. With each passing day that you do not feed, that weakness will become more deadly, but your powers will also become stronger. Feed upon those who are sleeping, and your vulnerability to sunlight will diminish along with your powers. With experience, your powers will grow, and you will discover new ways to use them. Descend to the ground, and you can attack with your claws and feed upon your prey to regain your strength. A final warning. Be wary, for you can only hold your vampire lord form for a brief time. You test my patience with these questions. That is a personal matter, and one I will not discuss. Sarana and her mother disappeared long ago. I commanded every vampire in the court to look for them. But after centuries of searching without success, I lost hope. In my heart, I know that it was my wife, Valerica, who took my beloved daughter away from me. If I ever see her again, she will pay most dearly for that betrayal. Her name was Valerica. She has been gone for so long now, I can only assume she has left this world one way or another. I will say only that we did not part on good terms. Good. Do not offend me by losing it again. You have forsaken my gift. The ancient blood no longer flows through your veins. Don't deny it. Count yourself fortunate that I am a forgiving man. Now be still while I give you the ancient blood once more. You are a guest in this castle at my pleasure. I'll permit you to stay for now, but you're of no use to me like this. I sense the power of the ancient blood in your veins. It has made you strong. I have kept my end of the bargain. Now I expect you to keep yours. Do as I command, and you will reap the rewards. Defy me, and I can offer you only pain and suffering. Can you feel the power of the ancient blood coursing through your veins? Remember, you are no mere vampire. You are something far greater. Do not forget the price of your new power. I expect your complete obedience. I have a task that will test your new powers. But first, do you have any questions? Good. Go and speak to Garen Marethi. Tell him it is time. He will understand. A shrine to Molag Bal, the mighty Daedra prince who is father to all our kind. Our power is a blessing from him. It is he who first bestowed the gift of the ancient blood upon me. My blood is potent. At first the body is overwhelmed by it. After my bite you collapsed and fell into a slumber. Now your flesh has acclimated to the new blood that courses through your veins. I assure you, no harm was done. In truth, your strength surprises me. Not all mortals can withstand my embrace. With my guidance you will become a deadly instrument, striking terror into the hearts of mortals wherever you tread. Now listen to my words, and do as I instruct. Awake at last. Good. The power is growing within you, and now you must learn to wield it. In an age long forgotten to history, I ruled as a mighty king. My domain was vast, my riches endless, and my power infinite. And yet, as my mortal life neared an end, I faced a seemingly invincible enemy. My own mortality. I pledged myself to Molag Bal, and in his name I sacrificed 1,000 innocents. In reward, he gave everlasting life to myself, my wife, and my daughter, and so I have defeated mortality itself. There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts. Land on the ground, and I will have more to teach you. Cease your flight, and we will move on to the next lesson. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain grants you new night powers and blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle, should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. Good. You are weaker while on the ground, because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. The true power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the Vampire Lord. Assume the mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue. Should you run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue. In this form, you can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a swarm of bats and reappear some distance away. Use the power of the ancient blood to transform into a Vampire Lord. Transform into the Vampire Lord, and I will teach you more. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. You are prey, like all mortals. I banish you. My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall? Of course I'm delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Well, I'm waiting. I'm not known for my patience. I need to speak to you, stranger. Now, you are testing my patience. It's only for Serana's sake that I have let you live. Will you be a hunter, or will you be prey? It was no mere chance that brought you to me. It was destiny. You are welcome here. For now, you've been given a great gift. Do not squander it. As a king is to his subjects, so you are to other vampires. Revel in your new powers, but do not forget who gave them to you. I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter will have told you what we are. Then you will be prey, like all mortals. I will spare your life this once, but you will be banished from this hall. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear death again. Not just vampires. We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. I was about to suggest that very thing. Yes, you must certainly deserve a reward. You have done me a great service, and now you must be rewarded. This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice. Have you decided? I am not a patient man. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. Perhaps you should. I count some of the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim among the members of my court. Very well. I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now my daughter will have told you what we are. Not quite. Though I can see how an outsider might arrive at that conclusion. No. We are vampires, among the oldest and most powerful in Skyrim. I await your answer. I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Yes, I can smell it on you. The power of my blood will purge that filth and make you whole again. You contracted a disease, perhaps. But you are no true vampire. Accept my gift, and I promise that you will learn the difference. Refuse me, and I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name? You dare walk away from me? In my own hall, before my own court, you dare insult me. We have not finished speaking yet. Come back at once. Yeah! Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! Be still. So be it. We usually feed on our visitors, but perhaps we'll make an exception in your case. After so many centuries, I feared the Elder Scroll and my daughter were lost to me. You have brought my daughter back safely, and for that I am grateful. As you know, vampires are powerful, but we have limits. Our great enemy is the sun. And until recently, it's an enemy we've had no way to fight. For centuries, I searched for an answer to this problem. I found an old prophecy written by a moth priest. Those scholars who read the Elder Scrolls. The prophecy tells of a time in which vampires will gain power over the sun and will no longer fear its tyranny. I believe the secret to unraveling that prophecy is written in Serana's Elder Scroll. Excuse me, but I must address the court. I have ordered the court to assemble. I have a new task for us all to carry out, and that includes you. Come now, and hear my proclamation. I don't know yet. The moth priest died before finishing the transcription, but he did name the Elder Scrolls that contained the prophecy. The scroll you found with Serana is one of those scrolls of prophecy. Now that it is back within my grasp, we can read the scroll and learn more. We both know that a band of fools with crossbows is no match for a scion of the ancient blood. I admit, I do not entirely understand your sense of humor. They are determined and well-armed, but foolish if they think they can defy us. We will deal with them in time. Well, your thrall awaits, and we have given him the Elder Scroll. Command him to read it, and let us hear the words of prophecy together. Yes, I did. When I told you that I was grateful for my daughter's safe return, I told the truth. But I did not tell you everything. My traitor wife stole one of them away and then disappeared. As for the other, the last that I heard, it was lost in the bowels of a Dwemer ruin. It seems our work is not yet done. But I have waited this long, and we are so very close now. I can wait a bit longer. Yes, I see that. I trust his capture was not too difficult a task. Ah, you are here. Good. Well done. Somehow I knew it would be you and Serana who found our moth priest. That was not as useful as I would have liked. Even so, you did well. What are you waiting for? Get out there and find a moth priest. I wish I could have been there to hear the sounds of their screams. Do not presume to tell me who I can and cannot trust. I possess the wisdom of 12 lifetimes, and I will make my own judgments. Now be silent and hear what I have to say. Good. Strong instincts and a cunning mind will serve you as well as blade, spell, or claw. Find that moth priest. I will suffer no delays. Go now, and prove that my faith in you was not misplaced. If the moth priest has guards, show them no mercy. You've done well. I won't forget that. Your obedience pleases me. Go then, and do not forget who is your master. Scions of the night, hear my words. The prophesied time is at last upon us. Soon we will claim dominion over the sun itself, and forge a new realm of eternal darkness. Now that I have reclaimed one of my elder scrolls, we must find a moth priest to read it. I have spread false rumors about the discovery of an elder scroll in Skyrim to lure a moth priest here. Look to the cities. Speak to innkeepers, carriage drivers, anyone who would meet a traveler. Go now, and carry out this task. This is my command. Now it is time to see if those efforts have borne fruit. Go forth and search the land for rumors of a moth priest within our borders. Serana, my darling, I see you still favor keeping a pet. So, you've returned. Is your pet keeping you entertained? And you? So, I see this dragon has fangs. Your voice drips with the venom of your mother's influence. How alike you've become. Of course I do. You disappoint me, Serana. You've taken everything I provided for you and thrown it all away for this pathetic being. Of course I do. You disappoint me, Serana. You've taken everything I provided for you and thrown it all away for this pathetic half-breed vampire. When I find you, I'm going to gut you like a deer and feast upon your blood. Enough games. Let's finish this. It ends here. I should have killed you and your mother long ago. I'll make you pay for this, daughter. You dare defy your father. First you die, then Serana suffers. Serana isn't yours. She's mine. Your blood will be mine. I'll drain the life from you. You've turned her against me. Die, you traitorous dog! How dare you disobey me? You'll pay for your insolence. You can't stop the prophecy. I'll rip the Dawnguard apart. I despise your presence, mortal. What trickery is this? Hiding won't help you. No. Serana, your own father. Pitiful. Simply pitiful. I expected more from the defiant fool that beguiled my daughter. No matter. Serana will sacrifice her blood for the sake of the prophecy, and I will feast upon yours in Molag Baal's honor. Very well, then. You leave me no choice. Yes, quite. I'm growing weary of speaking to you and my traitorous daughter. I'll give you a single chance to turn over the bow to me. There will not be a second. It appears I have you to thank for turning my daughter against me. I knew it was only a matter of time before she'd return with hatred in her heart. A small price to pay for the betterment of our kind. I see. Interesting that you can set aside your morals when it suits you. Ah, of course. The prophecy. You've come here to stop me from taking Ariel's bow and shrouding the world in darkness. Ah, I see you've been speaking to Valerica, and she's convinced you that eternal night will plunge us into war with daytime dwellers. If only it were so. With the world in shadow, we would never tire, never weaken, more than a match for their pitiful armies. It appears I have you to thank for turning my daughter against me. I knew it was only a matter of time before your ambition outgrew your loyalty. The vampire is eternal, and with immortality comes the revelation that these bonds never endure. It's fleeting, momentary at best. Finally, a trace of honesty in our little conversation. How does it feel to hold the fate of the vampire in your grasp? Exhilarating, isn't it? Then my daughter is truly lost. She died the moment she accepted a mortal into her life. A small price to pay for the betterment of our kind. Yes, yes. Always the noble vampire hunter. And what happens when you've slain me? Is Valerica next? Is Serana? Oh, come now. Spare me your notions of kinship. You've simply used Serana in an attempt to take away what should rightfully be mine. Little patience for talk. Good. Let's end this. Run, coward. Run back to the filthy Dawnguard. Run, coward. You're a traitor to your race. Ariel's bow will be mine. I'll rend the flesh from your bones. I will darken the skies. Die, mortal. Die, traitor. Fools.